The Cavs, meanwhile, speaking of, starting to come on themselves after losing 6 of 8. They've won 5 straight. Brian, we saw actual defensive principles on the court in Detroit last night. And the offense, man, Cleveland dropped 73 in the first half. Now, we should note the Pistons were coming off the road, playing their 3rd game in 4 nights. But it's not like the Cavs were taking advantage of situations like that early in the season. So I'm even
the Cavs are in trouble now, Rachel.
Why? Because
now I've seen this. Now I've seen them rotate on defense, play help defense, cut off the ball. Now I can't blame them for not knowing the plays or knowing each other.
It's a new situation. It's chemistry.
They were awesome last night. There was a couple of times when I was like, I don't know what happened. Who are these guys? They were so good. Now, I'll say this. This has been coming. During this 5-game winning streak, they've played the 8th best defense in the league, which is stunning for them. Right. And they also have been the 2nd best offense in the league. And frankly, since Derrick Rose got injured, and they were able to play a lineup, and even Tristan Thompson getting injured, and they were able to play a lineup with more shooters, their 3-point attempts are up, their offense is up. This is more the design of play around LeBron, and they've been playing better.
And just in terms of defense, I think that the more veteran you get, the more you have that sort of internal clock that says, it's not the time to really put this effort in. And, you know, with these guys, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, obviously a group of veteran players, they kind of know. Like, every once in a while you have to check in and say, all right, let's see if we're still capable of doing this. Play with that effort. Okay. And so they'll probably have another lull at some point, yes. But I do think that while it isn't the worst defense in the league, it also isn't top 5, top 10 defense in the league either.
Well, also, though, I mean, I think this is important, not necessarily as an indicator for what we might see later in the season, because you never know with the Cavs what you might see later in the season. But the bottom line is you cannot get yourself into such a deep hole with the schedule and your win-loss record, because then, fine, you can say we don't need to be the number 1 seed in the playoffs. You don't want to be the number 4 seed in the playoffs.
But LeBron is such a great crutch to have, though.
Round. I know, but there is a point where, look, the same way we say, hey, if you dig yourself a hole too deep early in games, it's tough to climb back out of it, even with LeBron James. The same is true for an NBA season. You dig yourself into such a big hole that toward the end of the season, you are racing to make it up with wins and losses. That will come to bear in the playoffs. I'm interested to see how
LeBron's PER ticked above 30 last night. The 4 times in his career his PER is above 30. He's won the MVP.